Utah +4 at home against BYU. Uh, I'll make my case. I mean, I make this number lower. Both teams coming off a bye here, and for the Holy War, it's gonna be a raucous environment. Utah season's dead. They're 4-4 as far as like what their preseason expectations and goals were. And by the way, Kyle Whittingham's 27-16 against the spread as an underdog of 4 or more points, 63%. I project this like Utah +2. But the bye week, both teams coming off of a bye, and BYU's been really good. I have to tip my hat to them. They've beat me a couple times against the spread this year, but they have been quite fortunate. One of the games I did beat them was to Oklahoma State. They should have lost that game if Oklahoma State doesn't suffer some injuries and then give up that late touchdown in the final seconds. But why do I like Utah here? One, let's start on when BYU has the ball. Retzlaff, he's made some risky throws. He's gotten away with some throws. There's some turnovers coming. He's also struggled against cover one. That's what he's going to see a lot of against Utah. Utah going to play aggressive man on the outside. And the BYU receivers are pretty good, but they're not like your prototypical speedy man beaters. So I think Utah can man up here. And by the way, the bye week, I think, will benefit Utah more than BYU. BYU was rolling, had all the momentum, and Utah's defense has been getting no help from the offense, needed the time off. Their offensive coordinator stepped down in October. You had an interim offensive coordinator. Now you get 2 weeks to work with the offense, put in some new wrinkles. There's also the quarterback uncertainty. Is it going to be Rose? Is it going to be Wilson? Some of that uncertainty, I think, helps. Who's BYU going to prepare for, regardless of who's that quarterback? And you're gonna lean on Micah Bernard here, or Mekhi Bernard. I always say Micah, but it looks like Micah, but I think it's Mekhi. Mekhi Bernard. And that's what you're going to do here. You're going to hand in the ball. You're going to shorten this game. You're going to rely on your defense, which is the top 10 defense, and you can run on BYU. 77th rush success rate, outside the top 100 in EPA per rush. That's what you're going to do. And the BYU fourth down regression is probably coming. They're 15 of 18 on the season, and it's a bad third down offense. And now you're going up against a Utah defense that's number 2 in the country on third downs. They also have some positive regression coming, Utah. I mean, like they're 8 of 18 on fourth down. They have a -4 turnover margin. I think you just have to take the points here. I think the points are super valuable because this will be, I don't mind the under either. I think Utah will be able to move the ball on the ground, grind this clock away, force Retzlaff into some mistakes. And I think they're going to have a good shot to win this game. What do you see?
You have a speakerphone in your recording office there, because the entire market just went from 3.5 to 2.5 while you were talking.
No way.
Yeah, I'm serious. I think you have a speakerphone in there. Completely agree. Took Utah +4 earlier in the week. Just so everybody knows, I make it a pick. I would still take it at 2.5. I'd try to get 3, but the Utah's going to be in the round robin. We're going to believe in Rice Eccles this weekend. And I think, you're right about the offense and what Utah is going to try to do.
Oh,
I think
yeah, you're right. It just got hammered.
it did. It did. I think it's worth noting that Mike Bahakian is the new interim OC. Just an unprecedented move for Whittingham to fire a coordinator mid-season. I think the key takeaways I got from the presser from Whittingham was
Oh, no,
that
I just wrote BYU down by accident. Are we doomed? Oh, my God. Okay, delete that quickly. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think it's important that Whittingham said during his presser that there will finally be a playbook for Wilson or Rose, whoever is lining up at quarterback, depending on health, that suits their attributes, because they've both been trying to run Cam Rising's playbook. So I don't really trust in Mike Bahakian. You look at Northwestern, you look at Boston College, you look at Tennessee. There's going to
I
be
don't
some.
care. Just hand it off.
Well, the problem is there's going to be some tempo. He wants all this lateral movement in the backfield as plays. Like, it's just a lot of stuff that bothers me. But then again, I would not be surprised if Whittingham picks somebody out from the defense, a Sione Vaki type, and says, come run the ball. And then boom, we're all like, oh my God, how'd Utah find this guy? I mean, that is potential here with this game. I think you're right. The handicap's on the other side, right? There's just so much noise in Retzlaff's numbers, like struggling with pressure, 7 turnover worthy plays, no big time throws. BYU is 102nd in creating uncontested catches. That tells me that Retzlaff is not accurate whatsoever. And Utah's D is elite against the rush and stopping methodicals. But the handicap that made this an instant bet was the fact that Utah's defense is number 1 in the nation in creating contested catches. No clean catches by opponents. That's a problem for Retzloff, who is not accurate whatsoever. Give me Utah. Get all the points you can get. They're going to be in the round robin.